Audio. It's working now. I don't know what happened. Okay, just give him a second. It should be coming through right now. We're all good. Are we all good? Hang on. Yes. I don't know what happened. It showed the sound going up and down on my end, but a little button got pushed by somebody. I mean, not just me. How's everybody doing? Hang on. I had a cough drop in. So anyway, uh, it- let's start from the beginning. My wife Robin is on the phone with me. She's in the chat. If you have any questions, she will relay them to me. So I hope everybody's doing well, having a good weekend. We have been super busy getting ready for the SWAT symposium. So that's in Waco, Texas. So we're going to be flying out on Wednesday, and we got all of our stuff shipped out and ready to go. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comments. So we're going to be doing a meat and chicken tenderizer today, and so we put out a newsletter a couple days ago, and that was on special in the newsletter. So I figured we'd do a live video on that and show you how to make those and what they're all about. All right. So hey, Mike. Out there. Thank you again, Mike. Mike is my laser guru. So I haven't had it, Mike. I haven't had a chance. We've just been swamped getting ready for the show. But when we get back, I'll play around with that some more. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So Jamie wants to know if this project's gonna work. Yeah, it's probably 70%. I mean, most of the projects I do are 70%. I've done this before, so maybe 73% because I think I can do it. Most of them are first timers for me. All right, let me get the camera switched over and we'll get started. All right. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna use this piece of maple burl right here. It is absolutely beautiful. I got it all prepped for this. This is a meat tenderizer and a chicken press. So this is a chicken garlic press. Somebody just bought some of them and they're using them to make those smash burgers. So lots of different uses for it. The meat tenderizer also could be used to make like oatmeal cookies. Yeah, or oatmeal or peanut butter cookies. Yeah. And so they're all out of stainless. So we're going to make a handle for it. I've done like a mallet before, but I've never done this style that I'm gonna do today. So that's what we have on special for Niles right now is that set comes with a few of the set screws if you do want to make a mallet, and then the meat tenderizer actually has a cap that comes with it because those things are sharp. All right. So I already prepped this one, but I'm going to go ahead and just use a scrap piece here and show you how I get it prepped, so you have an idea of how that works. All right. So let me get this stuff out of the way. How's everybody out there doing today? Yes, Mike. The laser is a lot of fun. I've been so many cool things you can do with it. It is awesome. Byron is obviously buddies with Jamie and the clock. Jamie, I I have a clock. It's right here. It's maybe you've seen these things. It's a new invention. Everybody's got one in their pocket. It's a clock. Who uses a clock? You know what? Who said that about the cap? Matt. It is probably, you know what? I never actually like tested it, but it is probably the same diameter. It's funny. Now I'm going to have to go see if I can't find a tube and put it on there. But yeah, oh yeah, it's probably the same size. Yeah, we get these company. Jamie, you're harping on me about making a clock, and you haven't even taken your laser out of the box. Weird. Weird. All right. So when you have, I put this in there earlier and did this whole same process that I'm about to do now, but just with a bigger Forstner bit. So when you're prepping like a blank like this one is just smaller for like a bottle stopper or handle or something. Same process that you go through to do this. This one's just larger for the tenderizers, but it's really, this is the best way to get everything flat and nice and even. So I use Forstner bit. I start out with that and bring the Forstner bit up there. Turn your lathe speed down. I'm not sure if I clamp that down, but turn the lathe speed down, and then we're just going to go into it just a little bit. You don't actually, just 1/8 of an inch, just enough to make it flat. Just like that right there, and then pull it back out. And so what you want to do is make sure you have a nice flat surface there, just like that. So whether you're putting the meat tenderizer on here or bottle stopper, bottle opener, whatever, pizza cutter, that's a flat surface. You don't want that bowed up, because then you're going to see light and it's not going to go together well. So after we have that done, we will go ahead and take the Forstner bit out, grab a 7/16 drill bit, and so I marked the sides of it there with a Sharpie. That's the depth of the insert. Put that in there like so. And so the Forstner bit gives you a nice flat surface, and it gives you a center hole all at once. So slide that up there. And so for things like, like bottle stoppers, you don't have to use the inserts. They're really handy, and if you do have to take them off or change them or clean them, it's nice to have them in there. But for things like pizza cutters, ice cream scoops, meat tenderizers, you need to take those off every time you use them. Throw them in the dishwasher, and so having a stainless insert in there is the way to go. So, and then these little guys go right into that hole, and I'm just going to show you how I press it in, but I use a little bit of 5-minute epoxy. Even wood glue works. Wood glue, I probably wouldn't use like a CA glue. It's kind of brittle, but I have a live center here with just a point. Put that into there. Just push the insert in there a little ways and put my epoxy on it. And then you just take your live center just like so, and just press it right in. Just countersink it in there a little bit, just 1/8 of an inch or so, just like that. Do I use epoxy for the inserts? Yes, I have 5-minute epoxy or wood glue. Wood glue works really well too, actually. But yeah, generally I use 5-minute epoxy for the inserts because it dries pretty fast. The wood glue you can, let sit overnight or something, but it's just a little bit slower. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the chuck off here and mount on the mandrel. So, yeah, I've done the mallet type. I've done a few of them. I did one with a head. It was a double, so there's the head on each side of it, and it's just really heavy. It's a it's heavier than a hammer. So I made another one where it's just one side where and because you can't use them both at the same time anyway, you just swap them out. So we're going to make the actual handle part of it, and that way you just swap them out. So the stainless insert that's in there, right there, the countersink down there just a little bit, and it threads right onto the mandrel. Everything we have is 3/8 16, so it all works together. All right, and we're going to put the tailstock or the live center on there, bring that up. All right, so now that we have that on there, we can get this thing trued up. And I'll switch the tool rest here real quick. No, I don't. Ooh, all right. All right. All right. So I'm going to use a spindle gouge to get it true, and then we'll go ahead and start shaping it. And it's a beautiful piece of maple burl. It's actually just gorgeous, full of a lot of character. So I'll probably, when I'm done with this, we'll probably use it for a display piece that shows. All right. And I'll switch the camera back over here real quick. And I'm going to turn the lathe speed up to about 2,000 RPM. So with the meat and chicken, they're both the same diameter. So we'll use the calipers to get that size right down here. All right, there we go. Got a little flat spot there. Let me clean that up here real quick. That should be good. All right. So the meat and chicken, both the same diameter, so we use calipers to get that right. Right down on the end there. There we go. Then we can just use the parting tool and bring that down over. We'll actually use the easy rougher for that. Then you can take the calipers and hold them right over it like so. That is really, really close. I'm going to stop before it goes through so I can shape it a little bit, and with sanding it will bring it down. There we go. So we're gonna make, basically it's gonna look kind of like a doorknob, I guess, is what it's gonna kind of look like. Just so it sits right in your hand. Yes, I can hear you, Robin. Hey, Paul, thank you very much. Appreciate it. There we go. All right. Now we'll come up here and make the top. And I'm not going to use all of this piece. It's going to be a little bit left over. We'll figure out something to do with it. But yeah, like the chicken presses, they can be used. They're like garlic presses. You could do quite a bit of stuff with them. Hey James, how you doing? He loves all of Jamie's ideas. Oh, all right, Jamie. It's true. I'm not sure why I put myself through all this torture all the time. All Jamie wants is a clock. That's why I haven't made a clock, Jamie. It's because it wasn't Robin's idea. Take this little nub off of there. There we go. So, and then all we have to do is clean up that little spot on the top. Let me slide this stuff out of the way. And then we'll and these are, fast, fun little projects. They make great gifts. And then all we have to do is clean that up. And it's held on there with that mandrel. So once we get done sanding and put a finish on it, you are done. You just unscrew it and screw on whatever it is, whether it's a, meat tenderizer or pizza cutter. They're great projects. Oh, Mike, yes, the bloodwood. Mike sent me a bunch of pieces of wood to do inlay stuff with it. That would look awesome. Right? Right? Mike, so we might put it back on and do it later. Because you could, even after you're done with it, if you needed to come back and put another finish on it, you could just screw it right back onto the mandrel and do it. So that is a great idea, though. All right. So I'm going to turn on the dust collector here real quick. Give me 1 second. And we'll get this thing sanded up. Show you that whole process. So how many people out there are going to be at the symposium next weekend? Is there anybody out there? Hey Rob, how's it going? All right, dust collector. Oh, did anybody? Nobody noticed. Nobody said anything. Did you see this? The danger zone. I found this at yard sale last weekend. Oh, love it. Love it. All right. All right, I'm going to turn on dust collector. Where is the symposium? It's in Waco, Texas. It's same place every year. All right, turn the lathe speed down, run through all the grits here, or a couple of the grits here real quick, and then we'll switch over to oil. Yeah, so if you ever do have, need to refresh the finish on it or something, on any of the things, it's nice to be able to screw them right back onto the mandrel and clean them up. And oh, you got to find a shop and a house, Mike? I mean, if you have the shop, then you could just build the house later. All right. Let's clean up the very end of it there. All right, I'm gonna do one more grit dry, and then we'll put some oil on it. And it's a beautiful piece of burl, so it's going to be nice. Why do I sand dry? So that if there's any kind of imperfections in it, I can see them before I put the oil on. Because once you put the oil on, it's kind of hard to go back and sand something out. If, let's just say you had some torn grain or something right here and it's all oily, it's hard to go back with the oil on and get that out. So I just sand a couple of grits dry, and then just go over it real quick. Because once it's all cleaned up and it's just the sanding scratches, there's all you're doing with the next grit is sanding out those sanding scratches. So I just do a couple grits dry, go over it real quick, make sure there's nothing bad in it, and then put the oil on. Because at that point, the sandpaper is just sanding out sanding scratches. We might want to throw this in the suitcase and take it with us. Yeah, and so Mike had mentioned doing inlay stuff too. So that's it really spruces it up, makes it look good, but it's really easy. So not just on what we're doing here, but whether it's you know, a handle or a stopper or something, you can just take and put the Forstner bit in the tailstock again and drill right down into the top of your piece here and put an inlay piece in the top of it. So it's all lined up. Put, you know, put like an 1.5-inch Forstner bit, drill down in there, glue in a piece of the bloodwood, and then turn it and sand that off. It would be a nice touch. All right. So, turn this off. Is our suitcase big enough for him? Oh, I don't know, Jamie. You're gonna have to get here. If you get here, we'll buy a suitcase big enough. We'll buy a duffel bag or something. We could have put you in the tote. They picked up our tote yesterday. All right. So, have the 2 grits dry. We'll switch to the oil now. So, this is Doctor's walnut oil. And so it's all food safe. It dries. You know, you're not really going to be touching the, you know, food with this part of it that much, but it's still, it is food safe. It does that to me a lot. Rips it out of my hand. All right. I'm back. I'm not back. I'm dropping stuff now. I always forget there's a delay on it too, so it takes a while for you to see everything. Oh, turquoise would look awesome. Yeah, Matt, that's cool. I think I've done a project or two with turquoise. I like crushed it up, but I can't even remember what it was. So, and you can keep reusing these pieces for a while on, you know, different projects. It really, yeah, it's amazing sandpaper. It's the Merca Abernet, and it's awesome. This is just, hopefully you can see that contrast there. That super dark burl right in this. And then it lightens up there. That is gorgeous. All right. Let's get another grit here. Okay. I think we're gonna take this to the show with us. All right. Robin said somebody from Chile came on. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Scott, how you been? We'll see you next weekend. It's been a while. Yes, mine, it's just mostly the oil. It just, because it's wet and dry in spots and I'm not holding on to it tight enough. I spend more time, that's how I get my steps in, walking to the other side of the lathe for sandpaper. So on the Niles website too, I don't know if Robin put the link up there, but oh, Robin said she's putting the link up there right now. There's a gallery section where there is tons of we put people's projects up there. So if you're looking for ideas for stuff, and there's a stopper section, opener, urns, kitchen related stuff like this. So you'll see a bunch of different, mallet types and all sorts of. Oh, the Forstner bit fell too. Oh, I see it. Thank you. All right, and this is 600 right here. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, they really, we were able to bring down the height and the weight on them, which is nice for doing smaller stuff. We have they picked up our tote yesterday, and so it will be there on Thursday. And it has all of our stuff in it. So I don't know. I went on their website and I could not find it. But here's a little plug, because I don't know where else to put a review. But if you ever have to ship something, like anywhere in the country, or if you ever do like trade shows or anything, Old Dominion Trucking is the best one. They are amazing. They literally picked it up yesterday. It'll be sitting in the convention center on Thursday in Waco, Texas. And I know that's not that impressive, but we've tried a couple other shipping companies, and they seem to have the hardest time with that simple process. And everybody there is like, from their customer service people you talk to schedule it, everybody is amazing. They are awesome. Yeah, we had our first time we did it, we had to ship it like 2 weeks ahead of time, and then it took 2 weeks to get back. And then the last company we shipped with, they lost it for a week. It's just misplaced somewhere. All right. Hey, Bill, how you doing? All right. So normally I just like that satin finish, but for something like this, it's going to be handled all the time. I generally put on the Pins Plus. It's a friction polish, and it just gives it a little bit of protection. So I'm going to turn the lathe speed up, kind of the walnut oil dries, and normally I'd let it probably sit overnight, but we're just going to kind of speed it up a little bit. And I might have to put it back on tomorrow and do it, but I'll show you just how it works. There we go. So the Pins Plus is a friction polish. So you just put a little bit on with the lathe off, work it all around, turn the lathe on, and just let it heat up and dry, and you can put as many coats as you want on. So put a little bit on your paper towel, make sure you shake it up well before you use it. Work it all over it. Lathe's about 1800 RPMs. Is the color difference in it sap and heartwood? You know what? It's not. And generally that's how it works, is, when you get a contrast like that much. But this is actually heartwood too. This is the burl, and that's the color difference in it. But generally you're right. It's heartwood and sapwood, but this is all heartwood too. It's just because of the discoloration on the burl. Oh, do I need sanding sealer? All right, that should probably be a discussion in the chat. What is it with sanding sealer? Okay. Who uses sanding sealer? That's the question of the day. Who uses it and why? Because I have never used sanding sealer. I don't know, maybe I should. Maybe I should be using sanding sealer. But I've never used it. So the Pins Plus friction polish, it is dry to the touch in about 10 seconds. It you can put on as many coats as you want, and just build it up. I'm going to put a couple more on. I generally put on 4 or 5 coats. But when you're done with it, so if I was actually, doing this to sell or something, I would grab this with paper towel very lightly when I was all done and set it aside and not touch it and let it dry overnight. Because although it does dry in 10 seconds, it's not like totally dry. Okay, Mike and Jamie use sanding sealer. But why? Why do you need to seal the wood? Does it give you a better finish? Mike said it gives you a better finish. All right. All right. All right. I'll find some sand and sealer and try it out. Just because I never used it doesn't mean it doesn't work. A lot of things I haven't done. All right. Yeah, it is a nice, quick, glossy finish. And it really adds some nice depth to it. And so that's how you apply it. Just on the paper towel, rub it around, get it all over the place, and then turn the lathe speed up. Oh, to stiffen the grain for the tear out. It tightens up the punky fibers. All right. Who knew? Apparently Mike and Jamie. So next time I'm turning punky wood, you just put it on everything, or is it just punky wood? I'll wait for that answer. I know the answer because Jamie puts it on his dinner. He uses it on everything. All right. Yeah, like I said, if you grab a hold of it right now, even though it's, you can kind of do this and it doesn't bother it, but if you grab a hold of it and try and unscrew it, it's going to leave little fingerprints. But I'll try and be careful with it. Mike Doyle said everything. Put it on everything. All right, Mike. I trust Mike, not Jamie. That gives the wax. I use okay, here's a question. Actually, because somebody called with this question. Okay, I use the walnut oil that soaks into the wood. I don't want to put sanding sealer on there and seal the wood up, because I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It is amazing. Look at that pearl. That is amazing. Man, I love turning pearl. But the walnut oil is what soaked into there and brought that all to life. So if I put sanding sealer on it and it seals all that and the walnut oil won't go into it, I would be very unhappy. I would be sad. So is the sanding sealer going to seal it up to where my walnut oil won't go into it? So a little insert, or the stud screws right in there. And then your meat tenderizer goes right on like so. And then when you're done with the meat tenderizer, You unscrew it, throw that in the dishwasher. You need to use the chicken press or garlic press or smash burger press or whatever it is. I think I put the set screw in backwards. Hang on. Not me never using sanding sealer. Hang on a second. Oh, Archie, thank you. I put the set screw in backwards. There we go. Yes. Just beautiful. Yeah, it's more for waxy finishes. Yeah. All right. Then I won't be searching for any because I use the walnut oil on pretty much everything. Just like so. All right. That is really it. They are pretty easy projects. They make great gifts. Like I said, I did one a while back where I drilled a hole in right here and turned a handle for it, and then same thing. Your meat tenderizer goes right on it, but you have a handle out there for it, and we already actually packed that. It's in the tote, but you can also just use them like this for tenderizing meat or whatever. And okay, Mike Mike said you put it on, wait, and you lost me at wait. You, Mike, sorry. I'm I haven't got time to wait 2 hours or 30 minutes. It's we have a very hectic life, and waiting is not one of our options. Oh, so yeah, it's there we go. It's just quick and easy, and like I said, if I'm handling this now, so I'll probably come back out tomorrow and put another coat or so on it. But you can just screw it right back onto the mandrel and drop another coat on it. But it is gorgeous, gorgeous piece of wood. There's even some burl up there, but it's lighter. This one just really got dark. Oh, thank you, Jeff. We will have fun. We always have fun down there. It is a great show. All right. Archie, don't get caught up in the sanding sealer. It's not worth it. It's the sanding sealer is not worth it. I'm just kidding. It is Pins Plus. So it is boom boom. Doctor's Woodshop Pins Plus. So it's a friction polish. It dries really fast. It's literally like 10 seconds. You turn the lathe on, buff it back and forth, and you can see the gloss come up in it. And by the time you get another little dab on your paper towel, it's already dry and ready to go. But like I said, it's wait a while before you take it off the lathe. Um, you can take it off with a paper towel and set it somewhere, but just don't handle it. It really needs a little more time to fully cure, I guess. But yeah, I did want to know that about the sanding sealer because somebody called and asked, and I told them I didn't know. I was going to try it, but that was last week, and I haven't had a chance to get any sanding sealers. So thank you for explaining it to me, and I don't have to go buy it. Cause me no likey. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, and it's really It is a gloss, but it's not like overwhelming, to where you still can't see, how pretty the wood is. Yeah, and Robin said too. If you want it even glossier, just you can keep going. You can put a 50 coats on if you want to. It'll just keep building up on there. So, and it's really, once it's all dry, it's really good to keep fingerprints off of it, just protect it, especially, like if you're tenderizing meat and things like that with it, it's going to get a little bit wet. You can rinse it off real quick, so it won't get water spots or anything on it like that. There's a water, Matt, you're messing with me with the water-based sanding sealer. Is that better? I need an oil-based sanding sealer. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to probably try it. Um, do, 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 do. Yeah, well, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're still plugging along. Man, since '07, it's nuts. We're still here. Yeah. What is that, Rob? Going on 18 years? Is that it? Right? It can't be 18 years. That's nuts. Anyway, enough reminiscing. All right, I'm gonna get. Maybe I can find some sanding sealer at SWAT. Robin said at a garage sale. No, we're not looking for sanding sealer at a garage sale. But the day, Mike said I have to try it. All right, Mike. Somebody will have some at SWAT, and I'll bring some home and give it a try. And I will try both ways to so that I can answer questions about it too. Um, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of people use it. I just never even thought about it. I just sand and go, because I like that satin. The alcohol base you mix with denatured alcohol. All right, all right. Mix it up. But does it still seal the wood so that the oil won't go into it? That's the only thing that's bugging me is I don't want anything to stop the oil from going into it. Huh. We'll get some and play around with it. All right. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. We are, like I said, we're going to be out of town. And so if you need anything off the website, actually, it will be gone from Wednesday to Tuesday. So, but we'll start shipping orders again as soon as we get back. But we're actually shipping orders Monday and Tuesday, and then we're out of here. All right. I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. I think Robin and I are going to go start making dinner, right? And I'll start doing research on sanding sealer. All right. All right, guys. You have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. All right. See ya.